Good afternoon, everyone out there in movie land. I am Hank. Thank you for joining us today for AMC's Thursday Ticket. I'm joined today by Mr. Jordan.
Yes, I am here.
You are here.
And I am excited to be here.
Woo!
Because it is one of my favorite times of the year.
Oh, yes. Why is that, Jordan?
It is the late October, which means only one thing, and
one thing only?
Halloween is near.
I know we are less than a week away from the official date of Halloween.
Because Halloween is on a Wednesday this year, and our show is on Thursdays.
You don't say.
Yes, the Thursday Ticket.
Yes.
And so this is our last show before Halloween.
So we have a lot of Halloween-centric stuff to talk about this week.
And starting with
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
So our question this week is obviously Halloween themed. Yes. But what we want to know from you is, what is your favorite movie to watch on Halloween? What is your favorite movie to watch on Halloween? Put it in the comments. And as an added bonus, I've got a movie in the back of my mind right now that I am going to say I want to watch on Halloween.
Okay.
And if one of you can guess what it is, you put that in the comments. What do you think the movie I want to watch on Halloween is? You will win 2 free tickets to AMC Theaters.
Whoa!
Boom.
But comment right now the movie, your favorite movie to watch on Halloween, and if you guess Hank's right.
If you match mine, tickets. But you got a chance to win those tickets.
Before we went live, you had a few that you were...
Yeah, well, I narrowed it down to one. And no one's going to guess this one, so this is not part of the where I'm going to win the tickets.
Okay.
But the movie I love to watch on or around or at Halloween is a movie called The Monster Squad. So The Monster Squad is kind of a cult classic, but more cult than classic, I would say. It's from 1987. It kind of got wrapped into the wave of kids' movies in the 80s, kind of like a Goonies, where there's a group of ragtag kids that have to go solve a mystery or do something. What happens in this movie is they meet the horror monsters of the universe. They meet Frankenstein, the creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, of course, the Mummy. They meet all of those, and they have to solve this big, enchanted mystery with this sci-fi situation.
So it's kind of like the MCU, but instead of Marvel Cinematic Universe, it is the Monsters.
Absolutely, they all come together. Love the Monster Squad. That's one. What do you want to watch on Halloween?
Well, mine is not as obscure
as
yours,
got it.
But I appreciate your choice.
Thank you.
Mine is one of my favorite films, and it just gets me in the mood. And it is The Silence of the Lambs. Hello, Clarice.
There you go.
I just love that movie, and it's creepy. It keeps me on the edge of my seat, and for whatever reason, it gets me in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah, and it's fully an iconic title. One thing I love about Silence of the Lambs that is interesting is that, we think of it as a scary movie. It's a horror movie. You watch it around Halloween, but it came out in February of the year it came out. It wasn't released in there.
Nothing says Happy Valentine's Day, then...
Cannibalism.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's a lot of comments going on
right
now. We've got Halloween.
Of course.
Michael Myers.
Of course. Not the one I'm thinking of.
The Purge.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. You're going to
like. Speaking of that, I think that's something to talk about later.
Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, the original. There you go.
And Casper. So.
Oh, Casper.
Yeah.
Interesting
the friendly
choices.
Ghost.
All right.
There's that.
That's good. But we got a big movie to go see on Halloween.
Yes, and it is
Halloween!
Halloween, which actually came out last weekend, but grossed. It was a huge. It was a killer weekend.
It was a killer. It ended up being the second biggest October opening of all time.
Yes.
Which the first is Venom from just a couple weeks ago. The second biggest horror movie opening of all time, only behind last year's It, and then the largest opening for a movie led by a female protagonist over the age of 55.
And how awesome is that?
Yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis returning to this role 40 years later. And what's also really cool is starting this Friday, tomorrow, you can see Halloween in IMAX.
IMAX, yeah. So it wasn't available in IMAX the opening week. So if you already saw it, you got to come back because seeing it in IMAX is going to be a completely different experience. And what cooler way to spend Halloween night than checking out the movie Halloween on the biggest screen you can possibly find.
Yeah. You don't worry about trick-or-treating. Come see Michael Myers on Halloween.
At an AMC theater in IMAX. I mean, that sounds amazing.
Absolutely.
You know what else is amazing? Is this movie Halloween and the cast and the crew that made this movie.
Absolutely.
And we have a video here of them talking about the making of Halloween, what it is like to represent and be back at this character 40 years later. So let's see what they had to say.
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him.
Get out of the room! Get inside!
It's really, in a weird way, the only sequel to the original, and I say that not because the other movies don't exist, but because it picks up the story 40 years later with the only frame of reference, what happened 40 years ago.
On Halloween night, Michael Myers murdered 3 people.
I think because Michael Myers is such an iconic character, there's a lot of places you can go, and David and Danny took us to a whole new world in this movie, and we were ready.
He's done a loving job on this, but with a new story.
The bus crashed.
Michael Myers escaped.
It's a movie about generational trauma, how trauma is passed from one generation to the next until you can reclaim the narrative of your life.
You have no security system, Karen.
Mom, you need help.
So expect another huge weekend for Halloween, but in spirit of the holiday, we have some other great movies that are coming back that you can see this week. And let's start with Night of the Living Dead, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary.
50.
And tonight is the last chance that you can see this movie back on the big screen. George A. Romero's classic horror film that really shaped the modern horror film as we know it today.
Yeah, you got to get, after this show's over, you got to watch till the end, of course. But get in your car, go see Halloween, or go see Night of the Living Dead. Tonight, it's the last time you're going to be able to see it. This is the movie that set the standard for horror films for the last half century. And it's got iconic lines. They're coming to get you, Barbara. One of the most iconic lines in horror movies of all times. It's fantastic. And it's one of those movies that 50 years later, it is still scary. It is still a movie that, if you put yourself in those character situations, yes, it's a little grainy. Yes, it's in black and white. Yes, the special effects are not what they are today. But they're trapped in a house with hordes of zombies coming after them, and that is terrifying to see. And it will get you to this day.
Well, something that's not quite as terrifying is Hocus Pocus.
I hope it's not as terrifying.
It's not terrifying at all.
No.
But it is a great Halloween film, and it's celebrating its 25th anniversary. So you can see Hocus Pocus back on the big screen starting tomorrow through Halloween night, and tickets are only $5 plus tax.
That's awesome. $5 plus tax to see the classic Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
You got your Bette Midler.
You sure do.
Who else you got?
You got Sarah Jessica Parker.
And you got Kathy Najimy as your third one. I mean, it's Hocus Pocus.
The Sanderson sisters are back, and what better way to see them than this week? And there's another film that's coming back as well, and it's a film that we've brought back for the past
few years.
Few years now, and it is the cult classic,
The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, that's right. So this is back again this October at AMC theaters near you, 10 p.m. showings. It's just an iconic movie-going experience. If you've never seen Rocky Horror on the big screen, if you've never seen Rocky Horror before, this is a movie unlike any other, and it's a movie experience unlike any other. So you gotta go, you gotta check it out. You're in for a musical, you're in for a horror movie, you're in for a comedy, and you're in for some participation back and forth between the audience and the screen. It's an awesome time.
It really is time to do the time warp
again.
So before we talk about some other titles that you can see this Halloween week, don't forget to comment what you think Hank's favorite film to watch on Halloween is, because we are giving away 2 free movie tickets.
Yeah, right in our next segment.
Correctly.
Okay, here we go.
But some other films that you can see this week that fit the Halloween theme. You've got Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween.
Yeah, you got House with a Clock in its Walls. It's still out there. Great little scary movie for kids.
Yes.
Hellfest.
Hellfest is back, and The Nun is
still out there.
In theaters. So lots of great options to see.
Spooks, chills, thrills,
and everything
scaries,
in between.
all
and
that
everything
stuff.
in between. But we also have a great action film that we're going to talk about in our weekend movie guide.
I'm excited for this
Let's get to that right now.
So this week, with our weekend movie guide, we have one big movie, one wide release coming out.
Yes.
But it is about time we had a submarine movie again.
I mean, the genre of submarine movies have kind of been neglected over the past
it's
few
like
years.
They've been submerged below the surface of the rest of the
did
movie-going
there,
public.
yeah.
What is going on?
And this one stars
Gerard Butler.
Who's
Hunter Killer.
Hunter, yeah, we didn't say the
say
title of the movie,
title.
which does sound like a Halloween film, right? But it is a submarine action film starring someone that's no stranger to the genre of action, and that is Gerard Butler. And, I mean, the guy makes fun films
I love movies
to see on the big screen, bucket of popcorn, and enjoy.
What's your favorite Gerard Butler movie?
I mean, I have to go with classic.
Okay.
300.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to hear it then.
This is Sparta! And he kicks the guy
Whoa, wait.
down the...
I thought I was sitting next to Gerard Butler there for a second.
Nope.
Was that still you?
Still me, Jordan.
Wow, my head turned this way, and I thought Gerard Butler was sitting next to me.
My voice, like I didn't think I would.
That was powerful.
I didn't think I could get to that.
Very
powerful. To that point.
powerful.
I mean, I could feel my face getting a little red already.
I mean, maybe we might need to hear from the real Gerard Butler just to make sure that wasn't you.
Yes,
but
let's do that.
We actually sat
please.
down with him right now, so let's take a look
that.
at what Gerard Butler has to say about Hunter Killer.
Hi, movie lovers. I'm Amy Vorpahl with AMC Theaters, and I just got to sit down with Gerard Butler of Hunter Killer fame to talk about his new movie. Let's see what he had to say.
You can't think of a better space with more pressure, physical and psychological, for decisions to have to be made. There's no better breeding ground for great drama than those situations, and that's what we have in this movie. But you're not only on this sub, you go back, you're on land, you're with the military brass, you're with this clandestine black ops team in Russia. They're all under, on all sides, so therefore you have this incredible, unpredictable ride full of twists and turns, and that is, to me, the most exciting kind of drama you can get, you know. Bigger stakes, but truthful in the moment.
This weekend, very excited. I love movies like this that have, you know, you get to see the submarine, but you get to see what's going on back at the Pentagon.
Yeah,
you get to see,
the scenes look.
Yeah, so you get to see the Navy SEAL type team. Yes, and one of the amazing things is this really has a really cool cast. Besides Gerard Butler, you got Gary Oldman in this movie.
Gary Oldman, this is his first film from winning that gold statue, the Oscar.
I was going to give you one for your portrayal of Gerard Butler right there if I would have had one.
No, but right now Gary Oldman has it for his role in Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
And so he's stepping into this one. Also, Common's in this film as well.
Yes, so it's got a great cast, great action movie. Get out there this weekend. I mean, the submarine genre we need some more of these.
We do.
I love movies like Crimson Tide, U-571, Hunt for Red October, K-19, The Widowmaker. I mean, these are good movies. I mean, submarines are prime for drama.
Yes, and so you can see The Hunter Killer.
Oh, this weekend.
This weekend.
Very excited for that. Very excited.
But we have some Hollywood news that we want to talk about right now, so let's kick it to that. Okay, so we asked Hank.
Yes. Let me hold the
what
ticket.
his favorite film to watch on Halloween was.
All right.
Or is.
All right, so mini drum roll. The answer was The Shining.
The Shining.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Let's see.
Did we get a winner, Jordan?
We did have a
winner. Oh, you got it
winner.
right there. Hot off the presses.
Deborah Schaefer.
Deborah Schaefer. 2 tickets coming your way, Deborah.
Please message us and we will get your tickets in the mail. See a movie on us and The Shining.
Oh, classic. I'm a huge Stanley Kubrick fan. I'm a Jack Nicholson iconic role. It's Scatman Carruthers, love him. It's
Red Rum.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's still one of the scariest experiences I've ever had. Was seeing that movie by myself. It was alone one night. Watched it on video, and it was terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifying.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Something that I look forward to loving because I think it looks great.
Okay, go for it.
Is Elizabeth Salander is back in Girl in the Spider's Web, this time played by Claire Foy. And tickets went on sale for this thriller just yesterday.
Yeah, can I go now and buy them?
Well, you can buy your tickets after the show.
I can't go right now.
No, we've got to finish this.
I'm gonna go right after.
Nope. Yeah, we're right after.
Okay.
But I still need you here so we can
I'll
finish
try
the
to make it through the rest of the
and
show.
you can see Girl in the Spider's Web on November 9th and get your tickets right now.
Let me stop you right there. Do we have to wait till November 9th, Jordan?
You actually, funny that you mentioned it, you do not, because on November 7th, 2 days before the film opens in theaters, you can go to our Girls' Night Out and see this film.
Yes, so that's absolutely correct. 2 days before the movie released, you can check out Girl in the Spider's Web before anyone else.
Yes.
Girls' Night Out. We've had Girls' Night Outs before. We had a Crazy Rich Asians one. It's not it's not in the same genre, I would say, as that.
No,
Mike either did a different group of girls or understand you're in for a different experience.
But yeah, I mean, it's a totally empowering
Female
experience.
empowerment is at the core of this.
Elizabeth Salander, played by Claire Foy, she's kicking butt.
Yes. So it's going to be a phenomenal movie. I love the original trilogy. That was a Swedish trilogy that had Noomi Rapace in it. I loved actually the David Fincher reboot, you could say, with Rooney Mara. Now this picks up the story after the original author Stieg Larsson passed away. Another author took over the story, David Lagerkrantz, and he takes Elizabeth Solander's story into a new direction, and this picks up kind of where he takes the story. And if you're at all interested in where Elizabeth Solander came from, how she became who she is, this movie really blows that up. It really blows it out of the water for you to find out who she is. Very cool. Tickets on sale now.
Yes, we also have some independent films that we want to talk about. There's a lot of them, so we're going to kick it to our AMC Independent Spotlight. A lot of independent films to talk about this week, and we're going to start with some that are in more of a limited release, just a handful of theaters, but they are going to expand in the following week, so check amctheaters.com to see if it's playing at a city near you. And we're going to start with Can You Ever Forgive Me?
I could forgive you.
Thank you.
I don't know what you did, but I think I could.
Thank you. I can always count on you.
Oh, thank you.
But no, this is a film starring Melissa McCarthy in a more dramatic turn for her, and she's getting lots of Oscar buzz for this role.
As she should.
But a lot of people also forget that she's already an Academy Award nominee.
That is true for Bridesmaids.
Her breakout role in Bridesmaids. But Can You Ever Forgive Me opening in limited release this weekend, along with another film.
Yeah, so another movie called The Happy Prince. So this movie is written by Rupert Everett, great actor. It's also directed by Rupert Everett, and it's also starring Rupert Everett. It's also starring the great Colin Firth, Academy Award winner Colin Firth, and it's about the life of Oscar Wilde at a very specific point in his life. So check this out this weekend as well in limited release.
But there are also a handful of films that are in wide release in our AMC Independent Spotlight, and we're going to start with Johnny English, your favorite bumbling spy, is back, played, of course, by Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan at Mr. Bean, if you know him from back in the day. So I love these Johnny English movies. I'm a huge James Bond fan, so the parody of it I really like. And what I like about the Johnny English trilogy now, there's 3 of them, 15 years apart.
Yeah, I mean, they really spread these out. So the first Johnny English came out in 2003. The sequel in 2011. And now in 2018, we have Johnny English Strikes Again.
And what's great about these is they're real legitimate spy movies just starring a guy who's a terrible spy. I mean, the action's great, the acting's great supporting cast. Emma Thompson's in this one, so it's an amazing story, but he's a terrible spy. It doesn't go well for Johnny English.
And what's really funny about this one is he's kind of stepping into a more digital age. Like, they give him a cell phone, and he's like, what does it shoot? Like, he thinks it's like a weapon.
He thinks it's a gadget.
Yeah,
no,
but no,
makes calls.
You just call people with it.
No,
and
very cool.
Maybe you could do a FaceTime call, you know?
You never know.
Yeah, it's not a weapon.
Yes.
But for someone that's looking for something more inspirational, a faith-based film, we have Indivisible, which is the incredible true story of what the challenges that would arise from coming home from war and the challenges that there is between a man and
his family.
And
you know, trying to understand how do you deal with that trauma, that stress. A lot of people use their faith. They turn to their faith to heal the family and try to figure out how to become one again as a family. Indivisible tells that true story of how one family did that.
Yeah, and we also have London Fields, which is a mystery thriller noir.
Film noir kind of style. It stars Amber Heard, it's got Billy Bob Thornton in it, Jim Sturgis, and it's about a femme fatale who she has to solve a murder mystery, which is what a lot of film noir is.
Sure.
The twist on this one, though, is the murder mystery is actually her own murder.
Yes, so she's kind of, she has some premonition. She's kind of a psychic, and she foresees her own murder.
That would be a bad day.
So she starts, let's say, a love affair.
Yes.
With a handful of men. And
one of them
is potentially her killer. So she's trying to solve her own murder. Very interesting.
I love that kind of idea, taking a twist on the film noir style. So very cool.
But our spotlight film in our AMC Independent Spotlight feature is mid-90s, written and directed by
Jonah
Hill. And this film is yet another coming-of-age story by A24, who brought us last year's Lady Bird,
tongue twister,
which went on to receive several nominations from the Academy. And this one appears to do the same because it's getting great critical acclaim early on, and it's opening in wide release this weekend.
And you know, I am a child of the 90s. I grew up in the mid-90s. I was in junior high and high school in the mid-90s, and watching the trailer for this and seeing things about the movie, it speaks to a lot of the culture that I grew up in. So I was not a skateboarder. It's about a kid who joins kind of like a skating crew, correct? I was a snowboarder. So we were in that vein, but not necessarily the same. But the way that you relate to the culture through your clothes, through how you portray yourself with your friends, through the music that you listen to. This movie was really hitting it on the head for someone that grew up in that generation, and it's really cool. And I love to hear Jonah Hill and the cast talk about that.
Yes.
And we actually have that. Yeah, we have the cast and Jonah Hill talking about the making of mid-90s. Let's check it out.
A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst, but I think if you looked at anybody else's closet, you wouldn't trade your shit for their shit. So let's go.
A lot of the stuff in this movie is that stuff that's literal at the time that now, because I'm older, I had that understanding and that upon reflection. And that's why it's like some of the things, like even setting up the board, I'm like, that felt really good when someone did that for me. But then as a 33-year-old, I'm able to be like, oh, wow, I understand why that felt really good, because it was someone older, like, taking an interest in me, right? So it's like, you need that. That's why a lot of directors' first film is coming-of-age film, because it's you reflecting on the first, like, 20 years of your life going, wow, that was a moment that meant something, but I don't know why, but now as an adult, I understand the deeper meaning of it.
Very personal story for Jonah Hill. He also wanted to make it very authentic, and what's really cool is that he cast real-life skateboarders.
Yes.
Not actors. This is their first time acting into this film to really bring this this culture to life in a very authentic and real way.
Yeah, I can only imagine him doing like a casting call for, you know, real actors. Say, all right, I want to see you skateboard, and how many broken arms, legs, ankles they would have had. So I think casting real skaters not only adds authenticity, probably kept the insurance budget down a little bit.
Or you think about like the people that see like casting for Jonah Hill film, and they just kind of make it up that they can skate.
I can skate.
Yeah,
I can skate.
And then they audition.
Get real people to skate, Jonah.
But we know Kara
move.
Bagley said that she's very interested in seeing this film. So Kara, we hope that you enjoy
Check it out.
Mid-90s. But there's something else that we want to talk about that's really cool that AMC offers that a lot of people, myself included, did not know was available.
Right. So we are champions of independent film here at AMC. We love all sorts of filmmaking, from the biggest studio title to the smallest independent film. Yeah. And we actually take submissions for films on our website. It's something that people don't really know about, is you can go to our AMC Independent website, you can scroll through, and we got it shown right here exactly how to do it, and you can submit a film. We have a whole process for reviewing things, working with filmmakers to help them through the process of how to get their movie on the big screen, and it's something that we really champion and we really feel like is important to the filmmaking and film-going community to support independent film. Yeah. So this title right here is a success of that program, and it's called Bullitt County.
Yeah, and we have the trailer that we want to show you to see just how cool this movie really is.
Yes.
Huh. Here, get close.
All right.
Listen good. The legend goes, the Bullitt family of Bullitt County took all their money out in the Bullitt County wilderness and buried it.
Bullitt family buried treasure.
We're gonna find it this time, guys. Hell or high water.
For old Gordo's bachelor party.
Gordy's bachelor party.
Some bachelor party, eh?
Together.
Having some fun.
Gordy, shut up! This is wrong. We can't just pretend none of this happened. It's not something we can erase.
I saw him lying there. In all the wet ferns and moss. His blood black in the moonlight.
You guys ever think about what we did?
Anything buried out there is meant to stay buried.
So make sure you check out Bullitt County this weekend. It's in quite a few cities throughout the country at AMC theaters. Support independent filmmaking and go check out Bullitt County.
Yeah, and we wish the best of luck to the filmmakers, and thank you for submitting your film through AMC. But we have a lot of movies to talk that are coming out this week. But we also have some exclusive offers.
The exclusives!
Some may call them that. That's good. 1 week away from Bohemian
yes,
Rhapsody.
Galileo.
Can you do the Fandango?
Yes, very excited.
But it opens in theaters on November 2nd, but in a few theaters, 8 cities to be exact, you can see the film as early as Halloween night.
Yes.
You can see it on October 31st, and we're going to have...
I mean, how cool would it be to dress up as Freddie Mercury and go see Bohemian Rhapsody on Halloween night?
That's the coolest thing ever.
I mean, that sounds like probably the coolest thing you could do.
Yeah, and people wouldn't think twice about it
Not
because
at
it's
all.
Halloween.
It's Halloween.
And you're going to see Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's the perfect time to do it, absolutely. So check that out on Halloween night. Limited around the country. Check out our website to find out where it's playing.
We also mentioned earlier in the show that Girl and the Spider's Web tickets went on sale yesterday. We also have a very cool Girls Night Out. What's also very cool about that event is that with each ticket, while supplies last, you'll get a free faux leather passport cover.
Absolutely. So this is a gift with purchase, as we call it in the biz.
Yes, a GWP.
A GWP you get for watching this movie on the Girls' Night Out. So if you want to globetrot, as Lisbeth Salander is known to do at times, you got to take your passport with you.
Yes.
Why not do it in a fashionable Girl in the Spider's Web passport cover?
And the only way to get that is going to the Girls' Night Out.
Absolutely.
We also have a really cool contest going on our Twitter and our Instagram right now.
Oh, I like this idea.
So it is a movie-themed Halloween costume contest. So here is what you do.
Lay it out for me.
You are going to post a picture of your movie-themed Halloween costume. You're going to tag AMC Theaters, and you're going to use the hashtag AMC Halloween.
There you go.
And then on Twitter, the tweet with the most retweets will get a $100 AMC gift card. And on Instagram, the post with the most likes will also get a $100 AMC gift card. So we're going to have the link to that post in the comments.
Yes.
Go ahead and show us your movie-themed Halloween costume contest, or costumes. Cannot wait to see what you guys are all being
That is awesome. I love looking at
Halloween.
that. I love seeing when people get extra creative and find some obscure character for some obscure movie that they are really just identifying with, and they go all in on the costume.
Tis the season.
Absolutely.
But, we weren't kidding when we said we had a lot to talk
of
about,
titles.
and I think that we got through it all.
Yes.
So you can get your tickets and so much more at amctheaters.com.
Yeah, and there's tons of stuff to check out this weekend. Tons of spooky movies, scary movies, action
Submarine movies.
independent filmmaking. Get your sub on.
Yeah.
Go watch Hunter Killer.
And
tons of stuff.
We will see you next week in November.
In November, we'll be talking Bohemian Rhapsody and the Nutcracker in the Four Realms.
Thanks so much, guys.
Check it out. See you next week.